Metju no Susume. Genres: game, comedy, romance. For the first time since graduating high school, 30-year-old Moriki Morioka is unemployed, and she couldn't be happier. Having quit her long-standing job of over 11 years, Moriko quickly turns to online games to pass her now plentiful free time, reinventing herself as the handsome and dashing male hero Hayashi in the MMO Fruits de Mer. With the pesky sociable obligations of the real world out of the way, she blissfully dives headfirst into the realm of the game, where she promptly meets the kind and adorable healer Lily. Befriending each other almost instantly, the two become inseparable just as Moriko herself becomes more and more engrossed in her life as Hayashi. Eventually, Moriko adopts the reclusive lifestyle in its entirety, venturing out from the safety of her apartment only when absolutely necessary. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Moriko, a timid 28-year-old corporate worker named Yuta Sakurai has also logged onto Fruits de Mer from the other side of town. Coincidentally bumping into each other at the convenience store one night, both write off their meeting as no more than just another awkward encounter with a stranger. However, fate has more in store for them than they think. Kamisama no Memecho. Genres: mystery. Narumi Fujishima may seem like a normal high school student at first glance, but in reality, he is a pessimistic outsider. Due to his father's work, he had to constantly transfer schools, and thus, he has never managed to become a part of society. When he is forced to join the gardening club by his cheerful classmate Ayaka Shinozaki, Narumi encounters the genius hacker Alice, who lives in isolation above Hanamaru, the ramen shop where Ayaka works part-time. He then discovers that Alice is running a special private detective agency, and that all her professional associates refer to themselves as NEETs, not in education, employment, or training. Joining the NEET detective agency due to his personal connection with a criminal case, Narumi finds himself entangled in a world of dangerous investigations conducted by the ill-assorted group of detectives, all the while trying to track down the crime syndicate which seems to have mysterious ties to Alice. Kingdom. Genres: action, historical, military, seinen. China's Warring States period, a raging dragon that would raise the land for 500 years, saw many kingdoms rise and fall, making way for the next generation of kings and generals to fight for supremacy. Eventually, 7 powerful states emerged from the endless cycle of warfare. In the Kingdom of Qin, Li Jin, a war-orphaned slave, trains vigorously with fellow slave and best friend Piao, who shares his proud dream of one day becoming a great general of the heavens. However, the two are suddenly forced to part ways when Piao is recruited to work in the royal palace by a retainer of the king. After a fierce coup d'etat unfolds, Piao returns to Jin, half dead, with a mission that will lead him to a meeting with China's young king, Ying Zheng, who bears a striking resemblance to Piao. Kingdom follows Jin as he takes his first steps into the great blood-soaked pages of China's history. He must carve his own path to glory on his long quest to become a great general of the historic 7 warring states. Udania no Kishi. After destroying Earth many years ago, the alien race Ghana has been pursuing the remnants of humanity, which, having narrowly escaped, fled across the galaxy in a number of giant seed ships. In the year 3394, Nagate Tanakaze surfaces from his lifelong seclusion deep beneath the seed ship Sedania in search of food on the upper levels, only to find himself dragged into events unfolding without his knowledge. When the Ghana begin their assault on Sedania, it's up to Tanakaze, with the help of his fellow soldiers and friends Shizusa Hoshijiro, Izana Shinatose, and Yuhana Midorikawa, to defend humanity's last hope for survival and defeat their alien foes. Udania no Kishi follows Tanakaze as he discovers the world that has been above him his entire life, and becomes the hero Sedania needs. No Game No Life. No Game No Life is a surreal comedy that follows Sora and Shiro, shut-in need siblings and the online gamer duo behind the legendary username Blank. They view the real world as just another lousy game. However, a strange email challenging them to a chess match changes everything. The brother and sister are plunged into an otherworldly realm where they meet Tet, the god of games. The mysterious god welcomes Sora and Shiro to Disboard, a world where all forms of conflict, from petty squabbles to the fate of whole countries, are settled not through war but by ways of high-stake games. This system works thanks to the fundamental rule wherein each party must wager something they deem of equal value to the other party's wager. In this strange land where the very idea of humanity is reduced to child's play, the indifferent genius gamer duo of Sora and Shiro have finally found a real reason to keep playing games. To unite the 16 races of Disboard, defeat Tet, and become the gods of this new gaming-is-everything world.
Kanata no Astra. In the year 2063, space travel is feasible and commercially available. As the cheerful airy Spring arrives at the spaceport to attend a camp on the distant planet McPa, her purse is suddenly snatched by a reckless thief. Luckily, the athletic Kanata Hoshijima is able to retrieve it for her, and Eri soon discovers that he is among the group of teenagers who will be traveling with her on the excursion to Team 5B. Upon arriving at their campsite, the group's trip takes a turn for the worse when a strange sphere of black light sucks them into the vast reaches of outer space. Stranded with seemingly no hope, they find an abandoned ship nearby that provides them with the means to return home. However, they soon discover that they are not as close to their campsite as they initially thought, but are in fact thousands of light years away from home. With this realization, the 9 members must cautiously manage their resources, maintain their strength, and unite as one to conquer the darkness of space together. While the reason behind their trip's sudden obstruction remains unknown, they nevertheless embark on the treacherous voyage back home aboard their new ship, the Astra.
Dame X Prince Anime Caravan. Genres: adventure, comedy, romance, fantasy. Inako is a minor country enclosed by 2 superior countries, the militaristic Udania, with its goal of conquering as much land as possible, and the monotheistic Celophan, devoted to the deity Saint Philia. Ani Inako is the sole princess of her country, and in order to eliminate hostility between the 3 countries, she is sent as Inako's representative to a peace treaty signing in Celophan. However, Annie's hopes of a smooth ceremony are shattered when she meets the eccentric princes from her rival countries. With the treaty binding the 3 countries together, Annie and the princes must learn to overcome their differences. Together, they search for common ground on which to develop their friendship. Sankaria. Genres: comedy, ecchi, horror, romance, shonen, supernatural. Ever since he was a child, zombie-obsessed Chihiro Furuya has wanted an undead girlfriend. Soon enough, his love for all things zombie comes in handy when his cat Babu gets run over, prompting Chihiro to try to make a resurrection potion and bring him back to life. During his endeavor, he sees a rich girl named Rhea Sanka yelling into an old well every day about her oppressive life. After meeting and bonding with her, Chihiro is convinced by Rhea to persevere in saving Babu. Eventually, he succeeds with the help of the poisonous hydrangea flowers from Rhea's family garden. Unaware of the potion's success and seeking to escape the burdens of her life, Rhea drinks the resurrection potion, mistakenly thinking she will die. Though it doesn't kill her, the effects still linger, and her death from a fatal accident causes her to be reborn as a zombie. With help from Chihiro, Rhea strives to adjust to her new, albeit undead, life. For a boy wanting a zombie girlfriend, this situation would seem like a dream come true. But in Sankaria, Chihiro's life will become stranger than usual as he deals with Rhea's odd new cravings and the unforeseen consequences of her transformation. Space Dandy. Genres: sci-fi, space, comedy. The universe is a mysterious and strange place, full of even stranger and more mysterious aliens. Dandy's job is to hunt down unclassified aliens and register them for a reward. It sounds easy enough, but something weird always seems to happen along the way, like chance meetings with zombies, mystical ramen chefs, and adorable orphans. Hunting down aliens may not be easy, but it's definitely never boring. With the help of his sidekicks, the adorable robot vacuum QT and the cat-like alien Meow, and his slightly useful ship Aloha Oe, Dandy roams the galaxy searching for new alien species. What he usually finds, however, is adventure, danger, and romance. And no two journeys or universes are ever the same. This is Space Dandy, baby! Uchu Kyodai. Genres: comedy, sci-fi, seinen, slice of life, space. On a fateful summer night in 2006, Muda Nanba and his younger brother Hiboto witnessed what they believed to be a UFO flying toward the moon. This impressive and unusual phenomenon leads to both siblings vowing to become astronauts, with Hiboto aiming for the moon and Muda convinced that the eldest brother has to be one step ahead for Mars. Now an adult, life hasn't turned out how Muda had pictured it. He is diligently working in an automotive company, whereas Hiboto is on his way to be the very first Japanese man to step on the moon. However, after losing his job, Muda is presented with an unexpected opportunity to catch up to his younger brother when the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, commonly known as JAXA, accepts his application to participate in the next astronaut selection. Despite self-doubts about his prospects, Muda is unwilling to waste this chance of a lifetime, and thus embarks on an ambitious journey to fulfill the promise made 19 years ago.
Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Did you guys enjoy this list? Or find any anime you're interested in? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos.